Yay! What is up, Patreon crew? Welcome to the post show. I believe you can see us, the chat room, Sally. We are going to answer as many questions as we can in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, because then we have to close up shop, get ready, and Gary is going to join us at 8 o'clock, which is going to be pretty cool. Really awesome night tonight. First of all, what do you guys think of the live show with Sally? I, for one, think it was the best. I'm so happy that we got Sally on again. Sally, you're freaking awesome.
Thank you. I'm so grateful that you asked me. This has been such a joy, a long time coming. I've missed both you guys and really love everything you're doing. So this really was a real pleasure. Thank you.
Same, Sally.
Thanks, Sally.
Yeah, we really like you, and it's just it's been too long, and everything that you're doing for the world is such good stuff. Kim, what do we got for questions? Let's get into Sally.
Question from Randy in the chat room. Sally, being a coach yourself, but having a coach, do you ever have a problem taking coaching advice from someone else?
Oh my gosh, not at all. I'm always like, help me. I learned long ago. I mean, I've been coached for most of my life. I was a competitive soccer player for a very long time, and you know, I would say that I definitely have a side of me that's very prideful, and man, I usually really screw up big time when I let my pride get in the way. So just years and years of learning that lesson, I've come to be that much more grateful for a good coach, someone that takes the time to listen to you. And I think the mark of a good coach is someone that just communicates well. Like Mario just gets me. He understands everything about me. And he knows, because of everyone that he coaches too, like he really just gets like the automatic pressure sometimes that I have to deal with just in my everyday life. So he's been an amazing mentor. And after I finished UTMB last year, I think that's when I really realized what an awesome coach he was. Because I wrote him and was like, I think my career's done. Like, I'm finished. And he was like, nope, you're not. So yeah, it's never hard taking the advice of a coach. Really, really grateful. And yeah.
That's awesome. I want to remind, if you are a new Patreon supporter, we had a couple new ones from the main show, but if you're new, or if you're seasoned, or maybe this is your first time, you've been a Patreon supporter for a while, but the first time making the post show, you can join us in the live chat room for this. We do have a live chat room that Kim is reading some of these questions from. If you are watching on the Patreon page, you just have to hover along the top of this video, and it will click over to the YouTube page. Just click on this video. There's a little title at the top there that you hover over the video. It'll take you over to the YouTube page. That's where the live chat room is. Otherwise, you can watch the archive version as many times as you want. Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, first of all, I do want to just wish a quick happy birthday to Patreon supporter Elena, who's in the chat room.
Hey, happy birthday, Elena.
And
happy birthday, Elena.
We have a question from Deb in the chat room. Deb asks, Sally, how do you recover from such a big race without getting sick afterwards when stressing your body so much on a 100-miler?
Yeah, for sure. I actually do have a little cold, but I think that was to be expected. I went from summertime sitting in an airplane, and then here it's really cold here right now, and windy and rainy, and so sometimes I'll get like a little like respiratory or something. But what I do in my recovery is, well, gosh, I'm sitting here with it right now. But I drink a ton of green juice. I eat a ton of fruits and vegetables. Like that is the bulk. I believe that food is medicine. I really do. And so I'm just constantly flushing my body with fresh fruits and vegetables, lots of water. I eat a little bit more meat. So I don't eat a ton of meat like throughout the year, but after really hard efforts, I definitely get like some good steak and chicken in me, and fish. I eat really well, sleep a lot. Everything that I do after the race is all about recovering. And I tell myself that I need to recover just as hard as I train. So, you know, all last week, I didn't do any running. I did a couple hikes, but lots of sleeping, lots of good eating. And, you know, you do the best you can. Sometimes you'll get a little cold, but, you know, I'm back to training today and feel really good. So.
Awesome. Did you get the question in there that Kim Wrinkle was asking?
It's on my list. Did you want to go ahead and ask it?
I didn't have the. I just saw that Katie was mentioning Kim's question.
Oh, gotcha.
So if you had it pulled aside.
I lost it now.
Oh, we'll get it. We'll get it at some point. I'll keep
yeah, there's a question from Scout. Sally, really appreciate all your body weight strength training videos. How often do you incorporate those elements into your run training?
So almost every day, I'd say 4 to 5 times a week, I go to the gym, and that's usually like my 4 a.m. workout. I will spend anywhere between an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it's not just lifting weights. Like I'll go and spend like 20 minutes just on ankle exercises. And a lot of the exercises I do sometimes are actually pretty boring, but they also show me how I'm going to perform later in the day when I have my run workout. So sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and maybe like my left Achilles is super tight or it's like crackling. And I'm like, whoa, if I can't work this out, work out the issue at the gym, rolling it, stretching it, doing some strength exercises on it, then I know that my workout later in the day, like I need to adjust it. And that's how I've stayed injury free for the past few years. But, you know, a lot of my exercises that I do, it is mainly body weight. I spend a lot of time on single leg exercises. So the ones that I put out that you guys have seen, I do all of those exercises, but some of them I'll break up. Like what I share on Instagram is just to really encourage people like, hey, if you only have 5 minutes today, do this exercise because you're targeting like 6 areas of your body. And I feel like that's what it's like for most of us runners. Like not everyone has time to go to the gym like I do for 2 hours and then do a 2 to 3 hour run later in the day. Like I'm a professional, so that's expected of me. But when you love running and you want to be strong and you want to do it for the rest of your life, you do need to take care of your body because it breaks down every single day. And we live in a society where we sit more than ever. And that's where the weaknesses come in. So lack of mobility, lack of strength is why we get injuries. And usually all those injuries, most of them can be prevented if you're just doing these little exercises. They don't need to be these crazy tire flipping things, but you just do these little things and it adds up over time and you really start to notice it. So yeah, I take that really seriously.
Nice. I saw the question. You got it?
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, a question from Kim in the chat room. Sally, best cultural experience in New Zealand?
Best cultural experience. You know, I really love that everybody walks around barefoot there. I mean, it's a true island. The Maori people are awesome. It was really cool being able to go to their, they do like this tribal welcoming ceremony as part of the weekend for the race. And I just have a lot of appreciation for that. You see it just all throughout the country, just a love and appreciation for their land, for their people. And it's just beautiful, really laid back. It's a true like island feel. So it's very relaxing being there. And they have really good food and coffee there too. So if you ever visit, know that
we need to go.
We do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and part of me is like, I really want to run Tarawera. Yeah. I mean, Dylan's.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone that's come back that has run that race before is like, it's incredible. Because you run through like part jungle and like forest trees and like lakes, all sorts of stuff,
and it's
right?
not intimidating, and they don't have animals there. They have birds. Like it's crazy because Australia is so close to it, but Australia has all like the crazy, gnarly, like dangerous, poisonous, deadly animals. But New Zealand has birds. Like that's it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Right. So it's like you can run through these forests and everywhere. You don't have to worry about if you worry about that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's beautiful.
Let's get to a couple more questions here.
Yeah, a question from Lisa. Sally, advice for first-time ultra, taking on my first 50K this summer.
Awesome. Well, I think, as a coach, I ask like 15 other questions if I'm giving advice to somebody. So, I'd want to know like how long you've been running, what's your background, have you done any other races? So I think the best thing that you can do whenever you approach anything for the first time is enjoy it and take your time. So don't be so concerned with what other ultra runners are doing as they prepare for their 50K. What you need to do is make sure that you just keep your body strong. You focus on aerobic runs. So that's like your run forever pace. If you can build a big aerobic capacity, that base, then you're going to be able to take on more stress and harder workouts as time goes on. So just enjoy that journey. Build up to getting a lot of miles on your legs, do some heart rate training and, set the goal, whatever goals you have for that race, give yourself an A, B, and C goal and just have fun with it. No pressure on yourself. But take your time building that aerobic base. I think that's probably the best advice that I can give, especially for that distance.
Awesome.
And a question from Sarah. This was asked in the main show. Sarah asked, what was your favorite race to date? You've had so many accomplishments. I'd love to know.
Oh wow, gosh, Tarawara is a pretty incredible race. But I'd still have to say that 2014 Western States, which Ethan was actually my crew chief for, will always be my most favorite race, just because of everything surrounding that race, the lead up to the race, getting my ticket at Sean O'Brien, and then just the support from my crew, that experience, what came from it. I feel like that race, what I overcame in that race, coming from the back and into the top 10, it really propelled me with more confidence and belief in myself for all the, the next 4 or 5, what is it, been almost 5 years now I've been running professionally. So I love that race, and yeah, that experience, really love that experience.
It's one of my. I didn't talk about it during the main show, but it's one of my favorite memories too from this crazy sport. It was such a dynamic. I'm gonna say 48 hours, but I'm like, maybe it was 24, like because there was so much crammed into such a tight window.
So
and
much.
like I remember getting no sleep, but then being woken by like the stadium across the street, taking a shower in like 2-inch thick.
Yes.
There's just so many
Remember
weird memories.
that?
Yeah,
Oh my
well, of
God.
course, I had to like get shots after that. But yeah, no, it's still one of my favorite trail running memories, and like testament to just what trail running, the heart of it, heart.
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely.
Good more.
Hang on, my chat disappeared.
Did your chat disappear? There it is.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a question from, I think it was Deb. Yeah, it was Deb. She's just asking if you're taking on new runners for coaching.
Great question.
I'm not.
Sorry, Deb. Happy birthday, though.
Is it
not Deb's birthday?
It's not Deb's birthday.
It was Elena's birthday.
I mean, it might be Deb's birthday. I don't know.
My roster is full right now. I do keep a very small roster. But no, I'm not taking on new rosters. I'm sorry.
Do you have a wait list, and do you have like a never wait list versus seasoned wait list? Or
I have a long list. I probably get contacted almost every day for coaching.
That's awesome.
And I do have a lot of great friends that coach. So if you're interested, just shoot me a message on Instagram or on Facebook, and I can give their contact information to you. So
nice. Let's get one last question, and we'll let Sally eat dinner.
I think we're pretty caught up in the chat room.
Sally, thank you for taking the time out tonight. Seriously, joining us, and I hope you're recovering well. I even like get over the cold or whatever it is.
Yeah,
get over it.
I know.
I'm assuming that's what the tea was for.
Oh yeah. Yes. Well, I drink a ton of tea just anyway because we have to get our water in, but sometimes water's so boring, right?
Yeah.
So I have like tons of different types of tea, and it's so cold, and it's just. But then I have my green juice too. But yeah, this isn't a big deal. I mean, my body feels great, and just a little stuffy nose. Yeah, thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Sally.
Such a pleasure. So fun.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get you on sooner than 2 years from now.
Okay.
I think somebody was saying it's closer to 3 years.
3 years.
Because I don't think Sally's been on since I've been on the show.
No.
I do remember you on the show.
That's crazy. Like in my mind, I'm going, how like we're gonna want to spend an hour just catching up, and I feel like there's so much that I know has occurred in your life and in our lives, and it's crazy that we just haven't been able to catch up. Like next time, let's do a full show of just catching up. What'd you do in August 2016? What'd you do in January 2015? Thank you, Sally.
We'll have to do stuff for Badwater. Maybe
yeah.
We can lead to that or something.
Yeah.
Talk about the insanity of that race. But
absolutely. I don't think we've had much in the way of shows about Badwater.
No, it's been a mysterious race.
We'll make it happen.
Mysterious,
no doubt.
crazy race. Well, outside of that, I hope I can somehow see you guys outside of a show.
Yeah, we got to get you up here to the Northwest to run some of these lush green gnarly trails, and we're about to go do an interview with Gary Robbins for Patreon supporters, and you got to run one of his races. He's got some of the most epic shit imaginable, and some new races this year. I'll put in a good word. I think he's heard of you. I'll put in a good word. Yeah, there's just incredible stuff up here. You talk about fairyland, like the Northwest is you're in Narnia. Every time you go out to the trails, it's It's incredible.
Yeah, well, every picture that you've been posting lately is just like, really?
Photoshopped.
Guys?
It's all photoshopped.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful.
You're wonderful, Sally. Thank you for joining us. It was awesome to see your face and to get you on the show and catch up.
Seriously, it really meant a lot to me. It made my day. Like, it's so funny, Ethan. When you messaged me, I was like, if I respond right away, does it make me sound like I'm desperate? I don't care. I'm so freaking happy. Yes!
That's so funny because you messaged right back, and I told Kim, I'm like, damn, she's desperate. No, totally kidding.
Like, what? She must be bored.
She was waiting.
She was just sitting there like, I hope Ethan asks. I hope this is the week. No, I mean, I messaged in my mind. I'm going, we got to get her on because of Tara Ware alone. I mean, just that is the accomplishment and all that. And I was like, it'd be so great to catch up. So, thank you, Sally. And Patreon supporters, we're going to see you guys in 15 minutes. We're going to jump back on. The link is already posted. You guys know where it is on the Patreon site. We're going to have Gary Robbins doing our live Q&A all about Where Dreams Go to Die, talking about the Barkley Marathons, his 2 years experience there. And it's a unique opportunity because he is in training right now for 2018, and it's going to be great. So we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. Get ready there. Meanwhile, go subscribe to Sally across social media. Are we ever going to see any more Yellow Runner lives or any, like, we missed that stuff.
I know. It just became too much. It was like, I started doing a lot more projects with Nike.
Right.
And I had to like pick and choose. And so no, I like doing this. Can you just run it?
Sure. We'll just do this all the time. Thanks, Sally. And thank you, Patreon crew. We'll see you guys in a little bit. And
bye.
Here we go.